Hey, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you haven't already been here before, welcome. Today, I'm not going to be riding. I've been asked a lot of questions about what equipment I use, what cameras, microphone, and that kind of thing. So, having a spare moment, I thought I'd just put together the basic kit that I use. Starting off with what I'm recording on now, which is the GoPro 8 with the modular adapter around it. So there's the microphone, and it also eliminates this controversial little thing that GoPro brought in for the sound. So I use the 8, predominantly use the 8, but I've also got the 7. And then before that, I had the 5, which I no longer use. It's all boxed back up. I should do, because there's nothing wrong with using it. I just got a bit carried away when new models came out. I ended up buying new ones. So that's the 8, the 7, and also the Insta360. Now the thing I like about this is obviously the 360 footage, but it's also a modular unit. So you can take it apart. So it's there set up as a regular action cam, screen one side, lens the other. But if you flick it off there, take the battery off, take it apart, that's the screen, obviously there's the lens. You can put the 360 one on, just pushes in, there's the lens there, and away you go. It's now ready to film 360. You don't have to alter any settings, it knows which lens is on there, and you just go ahead, pop it in the case, similar to the standard GoPro case, and away you go. The only thing is, once used in 360 format, obviously, what editing suite you use, I use Filmora 9. You then have to edit the 360 footage into an MP4 file. So it's a case of editing the footage to then put it into your editing software to edit it again. That's the bit of a ball ache. Standard camera, it records in MP4. I don't know what file it records in 360, whatever 360 footage is. I don't know, but that's I really like that. But I should do more with the 360. What else have I got? The regular GoPro, original GoPro battery charger with original GoPro batteries for the 7 and the 8. They come with a little blue end on them. Don't know what difference it makes, whether they're smart batteries or not. But also, a little while ago, I bought these ones off Smart Tree. Now, I've got a lot more batteries than these. Smart Tree, which comes with a triple charger. These are good, and they're incredibly a lot cheaper than the standard GoPro ones. But I've found if you don't use them for a while, and they go dormant, they don't hold their charge, they lose the charge quite quickly. This is the second set I've had off Smart Tree, because I got in touch with Smart Tree, and they sent me a replacement set, no quibble, just asked what was going on. You know, I don't use them that often, they're sort of losing charge and they're not holding charge. You put it into your GoPro and you can actually see the charge going from 100% all the way down, and sometimes they're not even at 100%, even after a full charge. So I've gone back to the originals, which you know sometimes you think you shouldn't have to bother with the original stuff, or a lot of people don't bother with original equipment because of the expense. I've sort of found out Smart Tree are good if you're constantly using it. Otherwise, stick with a GoPro. I've not tried any other brand, so any of you guys know any different? You know, if you use any other brand of battery, then let me know. Also, using the GoPro 8, the modular attachment to it is not waterproof. So when it's on my helmet, I mainly use the modular unit as it is to eliminate the brick. But obviously, if it starts raining, it's not waterproof, and of course you can cause yourself no end of problems. So with using the 7 and the 8 in that kind of weather, I bought this. Now this adapter, adapting case, houses this ridiculous brick that GoPro came out with, and it just slides in, he says, with the end. There we go, slides in like that, sits in the bottom, connects with the sidewall, and then obviously you connect your microphone into there. I bought 2 of those. They were pretty cheap, and it eliminated the fact of trying to accommodate this ridiculous thing on the side of your helmet. So when you've got your camera on there, so when you've got your camera on the front, you know, you're gonna have to accommodate this somewhere. And I did try having it velcroed onto the side of your helmet, and you know, each way, but it just looked too much on the front. So I got one of these, which is very handy. So it's all neat in the one. My microphones. I first bought a Sony Stereo Mic, a CM something or other. It's this one here that I'm using now. I don't know if you can see that there. Yep. I think it was around about £30 at the time. I thought, get a really good microphone, or singing or dancing. But unfortunately, what I found is at a certain speed, I don't know if it was down to the wind noise or whatever was around me, it would clip. You'd hear clipping on the audio. And some of the early days of me posting video, you'll hear the clipping on there, and it's absolutely awful. And I had to stop using it. I then watched a video, and somebody converted an old pair of headphones, cut the earphones off, just left the microphone bit, worked perfectly. But then after a while, I read some reviews on this company, Purple Panda. Now I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, but I have found for such a cheap price, and I do mean cheap, Purple Panda microphones. I just can't fault. It comes with an array of attachments, different connectors, extended wires, adapters for older GoPro's, and they're just brilliant, which is what I currently use in here, with a dead cat or a wind muffler. But I've trimmed that down, and that sits inside. It sits inside my helmet down there. So yeah, Purple Panda I recommend all day long, and they're really good on the price. And also, which I have experienced, for whatever reason my microphone stopped working, they do a lifetime guarantee. So you get in touch with them, or I got in touch with them and said, my microphone stopped working, I really don't know what's going on. They were like, no problem, we'll send you a new one. But they didn't just send me a new microphone, they sent me a complete new pack. So thumbs up to Purple Panda. You know, okay, the first microphone failed a couple of years ago, I think that was. I've been using the same one, a new one ever since, and it's all good. What else have we got here? Yeah, what I keep on my helmet, how to keep the GoPro on my helmet. I bought a multitude of these small adapters. You can see that very well. There, just to try and make it a little bit tidier, so when the GoPro sits on your helmet there, you've not got a major, great big arm bracket thing leering out on you. Played around with different positions. I've got what I consider now my standard position. What else have we got? The remote. I find this quite handy. If I'm running two GoPros on the bike, to help with synchronization, I've got both my 7 and the 8 linked up to the remote. So press start and they both start recording at the same time, and obviously stop. They stop recording at the same time. That helps, like I said, with editing and swapping stuff around, you know, trying to get things into sync. Because I'm not big into editing, I'm not fantastic at editing. I try my best, but it's certainly not a passion. So any way that can make it easier for me, is good with me. As I said, you need a couple of these dead cats or wind mufflers or whatever you want to call them. A couple of Velcro straps to hide your cables when you're running down on the arms. Little handheld tripod, not really needed on the bike itself, so when you're walking around it's nice to pop it on there. I would say that's probably it to what I use. It's nothing major, nothing fancy. As I said, I did go a little bit over the top with purchasing cameras, but I was toying with the idea of getting a 9. I don't need a 9. Simple as that. What I've got here, potentially 4 action cameras, is more than enough. So that's it. I hope this is have been a little bit of help to you. Like I said, some of you have asked of what equipment I use. This is basically it. So give us a thumbs up if you will, please. Subscribe. Any questions, pop them down below. Thanks very much.